Hey guys, Paul with Safari Reptiles and Five-Toed Geckos here. Today's video is just going to be me showing you guys the cool ball pythons we're working with. Now here's the disclaimer. If you don't like ball pythons, you don't have to watch this video. I like to compare ball python haters to the hipsters. Hipsters of the reptile world. That's what ball python haters are. Oh man, I hate ball pythons. They're too mainstream. I'm too cool for ball pythons. Bleh. Well guys, guess what? Most people that have retics, Burmese, or less commonly kept species all started out with ball pythons. So please show some class and appreciation. Don't hate on ball pythons just because everybody else is doing it. Honestly, I used to be kind of like that. I was like, oh man, ball pythons, nobody's working with any other species, blah 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 blah. You know what guys, it's just the way the market has gone. Ball pythons are a very marketable snake. They come in lots of different colors. They're super easy to keep. They are an animal that does actually better in a rack than a big aquarium. So there you go. Really easy to keep animals, and it's where most people get their start when it comes to getting experience with snakes. So without further ado, let's look at some ball pythons. We can start out with this big lesser female here. I always find it cool when you could see a big morph female and just like appreciate the size of the animal. So that's a lesser. She actually didn't breed for us this year, which kind of sucked because she's huge, so we were expecting her to go. And now this is a lesser het red axanthic. I really like this female. Don't think she's going to be ready this year to breed for us, but I really like what the het red axanthic does. Whoa. And you see, and everybody's like, oh, ball pythons are just big boring snakes. Well, small boring snakes, I guess. But you guys can see that some ball pythons do have some attitude and will strike at you. They're not all puppy dog tame. Actually, the snake that has bitten me the most has probably been a ball python, just because of the huge number of ball pythons I work with. But yeah, I really like what the het red axanthic does to the lesser. The het red is what's basically making this snake have a really nice bold stripe down the back, with just a few circles in it, and then all those awesome alien heads on the side. What else? We got a really big Mojave female here. She is the one that produced the mochis, the pastel mochis, and the pastel NG, well, that whole clutch basically. Do we have other cool stuff? We got our big female pinstripe up here. We actually have two. See, this one's a lot darker. This one is actually younger than this one over here, but she eats just a whole lot better than she does. She gave us the dragonfly this season. Close that up. Is there any cool stuff up top? Not really, just basically normal looking stuff. We have a lot of orange hypo or orange ghost stuff here. Let me just show you a regular orange hypo or orange ghost. I like to refer to them as ghosts because I find it's a cooler name. But I should probably refer to them as hypos, because a ghost in most cases with snakes is a axanthic or anery hypo. So this is not a true ghost. A true ghost would be this with axanthic on top of it. What is here? Oh, this is a chocolate ghost, which, you know, it doesn't look too much different than the orange ghost. This has a little bit more yellow to it. Very, very nice. I'll show you guys a super chocolate in a second, because chocolate by itself is not too spectacular. Actually, this is a plain Jane chocolate over here. And you guys may notice that there's you know, some crap in some of the cages. Ball python cage cleaning day is Monday, and we are Saturday today, so they've had a few days to take nice big craps. This is probably going to be our last female to lay this year. She may or may not go. We tend to think that she will go, just because of the way she's been coiled recently. I mean, right now she's not doing it, but usually her tail will be on the inside of her coils, indicating that she is ready to lay pretty soon. We bred a NG ghost to her, so we're hoping for pastel NG ghosts. A butter ghost. For some of you guys that watch the videos that purchase some of our butter ghosts, this is what you could expect them to end up as. Really just beautiful snakes. I mean, the blushing on the sides is insane. So this female is probably going to go for us this year. And then right beside is our black pastel ghost female. And she was a 2-year-old female that actually gave us 7 eggs. All 7 eggs went full term, and we got a bunch of cool stuff from that clutch. Any other cool females? Black pewter's pretty cool. Black pastel. Here's a pied female that is a really bad feeder. People like the pieds. I'm not too big on the pieds personally. Oh, this is a really nice female over here. Let's hope I don't get tagged. This is a 2012 Black Magic, Black Pastel Mojave that we produced in 2012. And you guys can see she's just a beast. And we're looking forward to breeding her this year. Well, at least we're going to try. We're going to attempt. She still has to get a little bit bigger. I would say right now she's around the 1,200 gram mark. So still got to get 400 grams on her before we could even consider breeding her. This is a Enchi female that just shed. Enchi is one of the best looking morphs as an adult, in my opinion. Really, really cool, and she's a really good example of an Enchi ball python and what you want your Enchis to look like. Let me just move this here. This is our hypo Enchi male. He's quite nice. He only produced, like, let's say if that pastel ghost doesn't go for us this year, he only sired 1 clutch, and the clutch was a total bust. So he didn't do a great job for us this year. This guy, on the other hand, did a really good job. This was the pastel Enchi that bred to the Mojave that gave us that awesome 10 egg clutch. What's over here? Oh, this is our super stripe. He's quite nice. He didn't go for us this year, but our spark did, thankfully, and we got a really good clutch from our spark. But this is a really cool looking snake. I actually prefer it maybe to the puma, now that I've had a chance to see the puma combos. But the super stripe tends to have really nice combos. Really cool animal. This is probably my favorite male that we have. He doesn't look as good on camera as he does in person, but this is a super chocolate. This is the super form of the chocolate, and you guys could see he just has awesome browns on him, and he's a really cool looking snake, and he's also 100% het hypo, so we should be able to make super chocolate hypos. What else? This is a butter queen bee male. Hopefully he'll go for us this year. We're probably just going to breed him to normals because we need to be able to create some snakes that we could sell to the general public in our store. So this guy will throw us lessers, spiders, and pastels. Actually, he'll throw us butters, even though to me butter and lesser is the same thing. This is our male butter ghost. That's it for the big snakes. Now we can move over to the smaller stuff. This is probably my favorite female that we have. I'll just take out the bin completely here. This snake is super cool. Hopefully her colors will show on camera. I'm kind of standing in the way of the light. But this is a pastel ivory. Yeah, you can't really see how bright that yellow stripe is on her back. But here you go. You could kind of see how bright the yellow stripe is down her back now. This is an awesome, awesome female. Actually, I forgot to show you guys this. She's going through a shed, but this is our blue-eyed leucistic super Mojave. These are the two beside each other. Kind of cool to see 2 white snakes beside each other. But really, really like this female, man. She is awesome. Probably my favorite snake that we have. Let me just put this down for 2 seconds here so we can continue on. Okay, what is here? That's nothing special. This is the spark, the animal that made the pastel puma for us. This is what we're going to breed to the Black Magic. This is a special, so it's going to make crystals. That's not too interesting. This, of course, is our beautiful banana fire spider female. She's going through a shed, so she doesn't look as bright as usual. And this is going to be one of the animals that came from our butter ghost to black pastel ghost pairing. and that is the Black Pastel Butter Ghost. Really, really cool looking. Doesn't look as cool on camera as it does in person. This is actually really purple. We're getting close to the 15-minute mark. This is the Desert Ghost. Super, super nice. This is just 15 minutes of literally me not saying anything informative and just showing snakes. This is our Pastel Mochi female. She is incredibly bright. Again, her brightness isn't showing properly on camera, but this is one of the brightest snakes I've ever seen in person. The yellow on it is just insane. We actually wanted to sell her, but she was just too nice for us to sell. Because as you can see, the male, while he does have quite a bit of blushing, he's not as bright as she is. Black Pastel Ghosts. These I find are actually nicer than the Black Pastel Butter Ghosts, at least as babies. Obviously, you guys saw the Black Pastel Ghost before. You could see that, you know, that intense purple and contrast kind of goes away a little bit as they age, but they're really, really nice as babies. Here's a Calico Cinnamon that hatched out just super small. I'm not going to show you too much of him. Our Dragonfly, which honestly doesn't look that much better than a Lemon Blast if you ask me. A Mochi. See, this is without the pastel in it. And now, from here on out, the snakes I'm showing you are all snakes for sale. Like the Dragonfly is for sale, the Mochi female you just saw is for sale. This is the Mochi male, he is also for sale. We just have a bunch of Butter Ghosts because of the odds we hit on that clutch. That one's in shed. Another Butter Ghost here. This snake I'm going to show you guys is super nice. For what it is, this is just simply a Pastel Mojave female. The blushing on her is incredible. Let me see if I could get her without getting tagged. Yeah, this snake is probably one of my favorite that we produce, despite it being just, you know, a pastel and a Mojave. I mean, the blushing is just insane on this animal. And she is for sale. And that's an awesome, awesome snake. Anything else worth showing? Yeah. We have a bunch of stuff for sale, guys. Just contact me if you're looking for anything, especially ghost stuff. We just have a bunch of ghost stuff for sale. We'll probably finish it off with the Pastel Puma. I'll have to upload that clutch video soon, but the clutch mate still hasn't shed out. This one actually came out way before its clutch mate. Its clutch mate is going through a shed, but I'll tell you right now, I guess we had really good odds. Oh, this thing's gonna want to bite me. We also got a Pastel Spark female, so that's cool. 2 eggs, Pastel Spark female and Pastel Puma female. Well, that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Again, if you guys are looking for any animals, make sure to check out the Safari Reptiles Facebook page. We should have a list of available animals up there. And if we have something, or sorry, if you guys are looking for something that we don't have, please let us know and we'll see what we could do for you guys. Alright, thanks guys. Take care.